So I've not actually, well, I've told my family and like a couple of my friends, but basically on Friday, This Morning contacted me. If you don't know, This Morning is like a morning show in the UK, saying that they want me on the show. That's unreal. So yeah, we're going to London tomorrow, which is super exciting to be on This Morning to talk about Taylor Swift. Ah! Channel. So today is a very wild day because I'm currently in a hotel room provided by ITV because I'm going on This Morning tomorrow as their quote Taylor Swift expert. So on Friday last week, This Morning contacted me being like, hey, we've seen your Taylor Swift TikToks and we want to get you on the show. And obviously I was like, oh, okay, that's really cool. So I figured out it would work. Thank you so much for work, for being so fantastic with this. And now I'm here and they have put me in a hotel for the night, and I just want to show you the hotel because this is such a nice room, and I also want to show it to you before I make it messy. There we go. So this is the fit. It's not a great fit. We were on the train. We're on a train. So we've got the bathroom in here, which is all fancy. We love this. We love some towels. Me again. Obviously we've got the phone toilet, everyone's favourite thing in the world. And then, yeah, lovely. And then through here, we've got a little coffee station as well with like mugs and a kettle, glasses. And this is a fridge. Is that a fridge? Yes, it is a fridge. That's really cool. A big mirror, which we love. Over here we've got a desk and another phone. Then we have some like storage as well. So we've got these. This is so big. So we've got a pants press, is that what it is? An ironing board, an iron, hangers. And then in the second one, I presume the safe's in here. Yeah, so we've got the safe and then more like storage. There is a lot of storage in this room, which is so cool. So that is that. There we go, and then carry on around here. We've got a desk, a chair, a TV. It's a good TV for a hotel room. Sometimes you go into some hotel rooms and the TVs are really small. Obviously, it's not the end of the world, but it's like, this is a good sized one. But it's in an unusual position because obviously it's facing this way, like, but the sofa is there and the bed is there. So where am I watching the TV? Like, do I have to stand here to watch it? Maybe. But anyway, I really appreciate the room. So this is the sofa. Let's see if it's comfortable. Yeah, quite a comfortable sofa. So we've also got this, I presume also for sitting. This is the view from the room. It's just kind of trees, which is very nice. And then around here, we've got a bed. Look how big this bed is. I think I could actually sleep across it that way. Like, I genuinely think I could do that, which is obviously very cool. And then another little seat. I could put my shoes on there in the morning. Lights. The only thing that's missing is plug sockets. I've seen a grand total of 1 plug socket. The rest of them are all like covered. So unless I'm just a little bit silly and I can't see them, but I don't think I am. I just think the plug sockets are covered, which is unusual. But we've got one there and then we've got one there. So at least we have a couple plug sockets. It's better than none. Oh no, we've got another. Okay, we've got a couple down there as well. So we've got a few. But I usually like plug sockets by the bed if we're being really picky. But at the end of the day, they provided me with this room, so I'm very appreciative. And also, it's very fancy. Look at all these pillows. We love this. So I'm going to go like get myself a little bit freshened up, and then I'm going to go out. I'm going to just get some like stuff from the shop, and I'm probably going to have a meal in the restaurant tonight because it's actually on the floor that I'm on, and it looks like it's a nice restaurant as well, so I might as well while I'm here. And yeah, just a huge thank you for ITV for providing transport, the hotel, the food and everything. Honestly, that is just so kind. I'm very, very appreciative, and I cannot wait to go on This Morning and meet Dermot and Alison and talk about my favourite topic, Taylor Swift. So come along with me for this very wild vlog. talking, so I can talk very, very quietly. Okay, and we also got these as well. So basically, they had these up around the office, and they were like, oh, do you want to just take them? So I was like, obviously. This is my favourite one. But like, how cute are these? But yeah, it was such a fun experience as well. I've just got the train back now because I just took the one day off work. Thank you so much for work again, for letting me have that day off. And yeah, we're just getting the train back now home. And I did manage to get my tickets, so we got tickets for Liverpool, and then we are trying again at 1, which is going to be difficult obviously now because we're on the train, so I don't know how well the Wi-Fi will work, but fingers crossed it'll be okay. This is my little station. Thankfully the train's actually quite quiet, so I can have 2 seats to myself. If it wasn't quiet, do not worry, I would not do this. I'm only doing it because it's quiet. There we go. And again, thank you again for ITV. I'm gonna tell you all a bit about it later. I didn't want to record too many videos inside the studio because I didn't want to be like overly invasive, because obviously people work there. But yeah, everyone was so lovely. Yeah, everyone was so lovely on this morning, like the crew and stuff, like the people you don't see, there's so many of them. And I got my makeup done. The makeup lady was so lovely. They had like a makeup station, and the guest who was on was David Tennant. I saw David Tennant in the flesh, and if you know me, I know that I love Doctor Who. He's actually my favourite Doctor. When he left, I cried. When he said I don't want to go, that made me sob uncontrollably for probably about 2 weeks. I was like 8 at the time, but it still made me sad. But yeah, now we're just on the train back. I'll talk a bit more about it later, but yeah, what a surreal experience. I can't believe it was on TV. Also, they told us it was a rehearsal. It was not a rehearsal. So at one point I'm like, oh, it was Taylor's most recent studio album. Oh wait, because obviously we've just had Speak Now Taylor's version. So that was very, very chaotic. But yeah, quite a surreal experience. Honestly, not a long time in London. I was planning, if there was tickets for Moulin Rouge, I would have gone to see it, but they'd sold out. Even for a Monday, which is quite surprising. But yeah, I had a lovely evening in the hotel. It was a really nice hotel as well, great room, and I watched a film on my laptop. So yeah, I'll talk a bit more about it later, but now we're just gonna have this train journey home. Hello! So we are back home now. I got the train back. Honestly, what a fantastic couple days. I truly cannot believe it. So I did mention a little bit kind of how this happened, but let's go over it again. So what happened is on Friday, I got an email from someone from ITV's This Morning being like, hi, we've seen your TikToks, you know, would you like to be on the show? And I was like, yes. So I gave them my number, they gave me a call being like, would you like to do this? You know, do you want to like chat about this and give like your advice and stuff? And I was like, yeah. Like, obviously, that's so cool. And then they were like, so we might get you in the studio, but we might also like have you online via video call. I was like, I'm happy with either. And obviously it was very last minute, so the show was planned for Tuesday, and obviously it did happen on Tuesday. So I like texted my manager being like, hi. Managed it absolutely fantastic. Honestly, shout out to work for letting me have that like last minute like day off. That is amazing. But yeah, we love them so much for sorting that out. And yeah, I got to do it, and it's just so surreal. So I didn't actually know that it was confirmed until Monday afternoon, and obviously I have to get a train down because I live away from London. I wish I lived in London. London's so cool. But yeah, they sorted all the travel out, the hotel, the travel to the train station from the train station, the travel to the studio from the studio and stuff. Like, they sorted all that out and did all that, so like thank you so much ITV for sorting that. They also paid for my evening meal in the hotel, which was lovely. I got room service and got to like I watched Jumanji actually because it was on like Channel 4 or something, so I watched that. But honestly, it was just so surreal. So yeah, that happened. They said that. They called me on the Friday. I heard nothing. I sent them an email Sunday evening just like, oh, you know, here are some pictures of like some Taylor things that I've done in the past, and obviously I included the picture where I met Taylor Swift. So if you didn't know, I met Taylor Swift when I was 15. Amazing, best experience of my life. And yeah, I sent them all that, and then on Monday they called to confirm everything was going ahead, and then 2 hours later I was on the train. So obviously what I did is I packed beforehand. So I packed on the Sunday being like, well, if I am going to go, at least I'll be packed. If not, I can just unpack it. It's not a big deal. Obviously I really wanted this to go ahead, and I really wanted to be in like on This Morning, because like This Morning, it's a very iconic TV show. If you don't know, it's like a morning TV show in America, like in the UK, not in America. I was thinking it's kind of like Good Morning America, sort of, somewhat, yeah. I'm trying to think of things it would be kind of like, I guess kind of like that. It's just like a nice morning TV show. And yeah, they were like, so it's going to be Dermot and Alison. I was like, oh my god, I love Dermot and I love Alison. Because obviously, like, I've not known Dermot, but I've watched Dermot for a long time. Because, like, he's just been on TV, like,
like for my whole like life pretty much. So I can't believe I saw him in the flesh. So anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. So I got the train down, and then they had a car pick me up and take me to the hotel. It was a lovely hotel, the K West. Very, very nice. I had a fantastic room. I have shown you the room. The room was so good. The restaurant was on my floor, but I was like, I'm sleepy at this point, so I went for a little walk around Westfield because there's a Sephora there, and obviously I wanted to go to Sephora because I love Sephora. So I went in there, and it was just super cool. I actually refrained from buying anything in Westfield despite going to like all of the shops, and I hope you're all proud of me because I was like, no, I need to save money. I'm gonna buy Eras tour tickets tomorrow. Save your money. So I did. I hope everyone is proud of me because it was a very it was hard. It was hard. There were so many things I picked up and I was like, ooh, and then I walked around the shop and I was like, Rachel, no, don't do it. There was one thing I really wanted. So I don't know if any of you guys know makeup well, but they had a House Labs, is that how you pronounce it? The Lady Gaga makeup brand. And they had this like blush highlight. And I swatched it obviously on my hand and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the nicest thing I've ever seen. But I didn't buy it because it was £44 and I was saving my money. I wish I bought it now, low-key, but next month. So yeah, that was honestly just great. And then I had my tea and I tried to go to bed early, but obviously I didn't. I had like a shower and then I was like so sleepy at that point. I was like, I'll just do my hair in the morning. And then I went to sleep. I woke up at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the morning. So I woke up and I was like, oh, and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I just stayed up and then I got out of bed at 7. So I just stayed on my phone and exploring the internet and everything on there. And then, yeah, I got ready. So I got actually ready at the hotel. They told the other lady who was on there with me just put a base layer of makeup on, but I don't think they said anything about makeup to me. So I just did my full makeup thing because obviously they did have a hair and makeup person there, but I always like doing my own makeup. But they did do touch-ups. So that happened, I got ready, and then they had a car waiting for me. I took my suitcase with me because I wasn't going to stay in London because I'm actually going to London quite soon as well, so I wasn't like going to stay in London because I know I'm going soon, so, and I've also got to get back because obviously I have work tomorrow, so I don't want to like miss it. I don't want, like, you never know with the trains. The trains can change their mind a lot. So I was like, no, I'll just get the early train home. So anyway, we get to the studio and we go through and they're like, who's there? Like, asked the guy who drove me there, and they're like, oh, who've you got? He was like, oh, Rachel. And then they're like, oh yeah, go back there to the talent entrance. Talent? So clearly they think I'm very, very talented. But it was just so like, it was so cool. Like, I honestly cannot even, yeah, it was just very, very cool. So we went in, Susanna Reid walked past us just as we were going in. I was like, oh yeah, casual. So they had like the doors to Lorraine and Good Morning Britain. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's Susanna Reid walked past, and I was just like, and then we went upstairs into This Morning studios. They had like a little like area with loads of different people in, so if you've ever seen This Morning, you'll know they have like models and stuff, like modelling clothes a lot, and they had them there. They were very, very pretty people as well, so I was like, whoa, models, not me, but they were very, very pretty. And then they also had the GP on there, so if you've seen This Morning, you know they have a GP, and it was taking everything in me and be like, it's my time to ask her every single question that's ever existed ever. Because you know me, I stress about everything, but I didn't. But she was very, very nice, and can I just say that everybody on This Morning was really nice, because obviously I was like, oh, these people aren't going to take me seriously, I'm literally just here as a Taylor Swift fan, but everybody was so nice and like genuinely seemed interested. Like, it was just lovely. It just seemed like a very positive atmosphere as well. So we went in this like one room and stuff, and everyone was like chatting, and it was just, everyone was nice and seemed interested. I also gave them a few like friendship bracelets. There was one lady there who said her daughter wanted tickets, and I was like, oh, you know, I've got some friendship bracelets. I found like the smallest ones because her daughter was quite young. I was like, here you go. So hopefully her daughter likes them. If you ever see this, hello, I hope you like them, and thank you to your mum for being so lovely. And then there was this one person called Imi who kind of like arranged most things for me, and then the other lady who was on to talk about Taylor, she was so nice. She was, honestly, she was lovely. And like, if I needed anything, I just like sent her a text and she just like helped me with things, and it just made me feel like very like at ease, because obviously I was so nervous. Like, I was like, I didn't want to seem nervous, I wanted to seem really cool and collected, but inside I was like, ah! Like, that was kind of what was going on in my head. And then I found out the special guest on the show was David Tennant. Now, I didn't get to meet David, but I saw David. So they told me, like, we just watched like the start of This Morning, and they said David Tennant was on. I was like, oh my gosh, David Tennant. If you know me, you'll know I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, especially those days of Doctor Who. David Tennant and Billie Piper were like my favourite duo. I actually met Billie Piper when I was like a little kid. Like, those episodes of Doctor Who when I was like 6 and 8, I think, when he was the Doctor, around that age. So I grew up with him, and the fact I got to see him in the flesh, it took everything in me not to just like bawl, because like when he left Doctor Who, I cried. I think I cried for like a week. Like, I was in tears. It broke my heart. And obviously we know he's now back as the Doctor, and if he says I don't want to go, like he did when he last left, and so when he came out for the 50th anniversary, he also said I don't want to go as well, which was really annoying, and it made me cry again. But I just couldn't believe I saw him in the flesh. He was just there. So that was super cool as well. And obviously, then we get to Dermot and Alison. So Dermot comes into the room, so we're set up in this room, and I have my laptop open on the queue, and Dermot comes in, and he starts singing Bad Blood, and I was like, whoa. It was just so surreal. And he knows a surprising amount of Taylor songs. He knows his Taylor songs. He should honestly go on Britain's Got Talent. He was singing his little heart out, so that was really cool, and he was nice. I also double high five, not even a single high five, a double high five. And yeah, he was really, really nice. I told them about the friendship bracelets before, so if you watch the show, like if you watched me on This Morning, I gave Alison and Dermot friendship bracelets. I told them about this before, I told the crew before, so obviously I wasn't just like surprising them live on air, because like that would have been stressful. And they were like, oh no, we'll do this like on air, that'll be cute. I was like, yeah, cool. So I had them on my wrist, ready. I was ready. And they were just, yeah, they were so lovely. So Dermot comes in and chats, and then we go down the corridor and Alison's there, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a British icon. As you can tell, there was a lot of like big like, oh my god moments. But yeah, she's like literally like a British icon, a British queen. So the fact I saw her was really cool. And she's like, you're the TikToker. I was like, yeah. She's like, I've seen your TikToks, and I was like, yeah, of course you have. Obviously I didn't say that. And then she started referencing them, and I was like, oh my gosh, she has seen them. So Alison Hammond has seen my TikToks, and if she ever sees any of my other videos, Alison, I love you. You're a British icon. You have, I would elect you as Prime Minister. But yeah, it was just so cool, and she was really nice as well. Like, honestly, everybody was really nice. Nobody was like rude. Like, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting people to be a bit like dismissive, because obviously again I'm there as just a Taylor Swift fan, but no, everyone was really nice, which was just so fantastic. It was nice to kind of like feel appreciated, to be there and stuff, like, yeah, to feel really cool. So then they told us, we did a little like rehearsal, and then they mic'd us up, and they told us that first up we'd be having a rehearsal with Alison and Dermot. Now I thought that when we were live on air we were in rehearsal. So you may be able to see it. There's definitely, I've not actually watched it back, so I think I'll cringe too much, but there's definitely a moment in there where you'll be able to see that I've realised that it's not a rehearsal and we're live. Because at one point I was talking about the Midnight's pre-sale, and I said, oh, you pre-ordered Taylor's Midnight's album, and they were like, this is an album, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a most recent. Well, it's not a most recent. And then I was trying to think of the word, because obviously her most recent album is Speak Now Taylor's version, but obviously that's a re-recording, so it's slightly different from Midnight's, because Midnight's is like, I don't even know what you call like the difference, like a studio album, but then that's also a studio album. I don't know. So I was like, the clogs were turning, but they weren't, nothing was happening. So Dermot managed to help me there, being like a second most recent. I like, alright, full. They put me on there as a Taylor Swift expert, and I couldn't even think of words. But other than that, I think it went quite well. Everybody who's seen it said I did well, so that's good. My mum said that I seemed confident. I was not. And I was also probably seemed confident because I thought, again, it was a rehearsal. Like, I just know if I watch it back, there's gonna be like the face of me being like, oh my gosh. And there's also a really great clip at one point where the camera goes past me and I'm like this, and then I turn and I look at it like that, and it's really funny because it looks like a scene from a horror film. So I did like that. That was really funny. But yeah, I also, as I said, I gave Dermot and Alison a friendship bracelet. They also asked me if I've met Taylor Swift, because again, I'd showed them these pictures. Like, we knew the questions they were going to ask us, so obviously I was prepared. And yeah, they asked me about Taylor, so obviously I said I met Taylor, she was so nice, blah 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 blah, and they show my picture on the TV, which is so cool. And I've like so many people now have seen this, it's just so surreal. And then once it ended, I looked at my phone, Rachel, oh my gosh, I'm just watching TV and you're there. I was like, yeah, because I didn't really tell lots of people, because I was like, well, what happens if they cut the segment or something? So I didn't tell people, and like I told a handful, and then obviously it happened, and I was like, oh, this happened, blah blah blah. But yeah, I'll show you like some pictures. I didn't take like loads of pictures because I didn't want to be like invasive, because obviously there were other people in there, like the models and the people that work there and the makeup team and everything, so I didn't want to be like really weird. But yeah, they were so nice. Like, they were just, I felt very like at ease, like, because I thought it was going to be like a really high stress environment, but honestly it was like not as stressful as I thought it was going to be. But obviously because we were kind of just there, all we had to do was talk about Taylor, so yeah. And as I said, there was two of us there, so there were actually two of us who they got in who had seen Taylor. We actually both went to MetLife, so she went to MetLife night 2, I went to MetLife night 3, which was super cool, because I was like, oh my gosh, we are the ultimate weirdos, we've seen Taylor in America. But yeah, she was really nice as well, so that was really great. And then the other people there actually worked for ITV, and everyone managed to get their tickets, so that was really good. But also the stress of trying to get tickets live on air at the start, it wouldn't let me join the queue. And I was like, I've been put on as a Taylor Swift expert, as someone who's been making loads of TikToks about Eras Tour tickets and how to get them, and I can't even join the queue. But then I joined it and I was like 4,000th in line, and I was like, whichever tickets I get, I just get them. So I did get nosebleeds, but also I've not had nosebleeds at a Taylor concert that have wristbands, and I've seen the views, so we do have nosebleeds, and I'm super excited. I'm going with my mum. So part of me was like, well, do I want standing? And then I was like, it's a 3.5-hour show, and unlike in America where there's assigned seats, so you have seats and standing, there's no seats. And I was like, at the end of the day, like, I'd be too done in. Maybe I'll do it, maybe if I consider maybe a London date where it's split up standing, but in Liverpool I was like, no, we're gonna do seated, and it's gonna be me and my mum, and we're just gonna, I'm really excited about it. Like, I can't even believe that I've got them. I also can't believe that the Midnight's pre-sale went ahead quite smoothly as well. Like, everyone was kind of expecting it to be like America and how that sale went, which was just so chaotic, but it wasn't. In America, people were queuing for like 3 to 10 hours, and here people were queuing for like 20-30 minutes. So what happened actually is the tickets went on sale, and the first few, obviously the ones that sold out first were the cheapest and the closest, and then all that was left with this VIP packages. I was really lucky that the ones left when I bought them, especially on TV, because like if I got them I had to buy them, like I was on TV. So they were really cheap. So the tickets I actually got were $49 each, and then with fees they were $118 for 2. Now that's actually quite cheap again for a Taylor Swift concert. Now it is in the nosebleeds. I fear what we will be able to see from there, because the fact they were so cheap is scary to me. I feel like it could be very, 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 very restricted, but I'll be able to hear it. And there'll be screens. But yeah, I actually have no idea. Like, they're like here, they're like top. Honestly, I'm just excited. Also, as you can see, I did Eras Tour nails. So this is what they look like. So the only one that wasn't great is this one, because this is 1999 and this is Midnight's. As you can see, they're the same colour. Now I did have a colour specifically for Midnight's, but I couldn't open it, and I was alone. So alas, we did not have the Midnight's nail, but it is almost as good. But they're so cute. I also have my earrings on. I don't have them on me at the moment, but I had my book on the hook earrings. And then Alison asked me where they were from, and I was like, because I didn't know if I could say, and then she kind of like subtly was like, yeah, and I was like, from Book and Hook, blah blah blah. And again, not an ad, I just really like their earrings. I've bought quite a few, and I always buy them as gifts as well because I really like them. But yeah, they're not on at the moment, but you'll be able to see them in my pictures on my TikToks and stuff. And yeah, also I forgot to mention hair and makeup. Well, they didn't actually do my hair because I was like, I think it's fine because I straightened it in the morning, but they did do my makeup. It's slightly now crusty because it was like for the TV, and I've obviously now been on a train, so I look a little bit crusty, but I'm a very crusty lady. But the makeup lady was so nice. She was so pretty as well, and she was like, what do you want me to do? I was like, just make me look human. Like, just make it look normal. And yeah, she was really very talented. Like, she had like a concealer. I was like, that's not the right shade, but I wasn't going to say anything. She knows what she's doing. And then she had like loads of different like colours. And then she like made the concealer my shade. And I was like, whoa. Like, I know colour theory is a thing, but I was like, whoa, this person's just doing it right here, right now. That's really cool. So yeah, they're very, very talented people. There were like a few like hair and makeup people. They were so cool. So yeah, overall, a fantastic experience. Like, I just feel very lucky that I got to do it. It's such like a surreal thing. Like, I still can't really believe that this morning I was on This Morning. I will watch it back. Like, I do want to watch it back, but like, I just need to prepare myself emotionally for the fact that I did think it was a rehearsal for the first like 3 minutes. So preparing myself to cringe. But yeah, it was just such a surreal experience, and I just want to say thank you to ITV for actually wanting me on the show and classing me as a Taylor Swift expert. I am honoured. I'm glad that my years of studying Taylor Swift hard have come into good use. But yeah, really good. Also, I've got one more thing I want to show you. So if you saw the clip, you'll actually see that around the studio there was like pictures of Taylor, and I was like, what are you going to do with them once this is done? And she's like, oh, you can take them. So we split them up between me and the other lady, and then actually someone that worked at ITV as well was like, I took a couple. So good for her. We love her. But let me show you what we actually got. So these were the things that were on the wall. So I got 3 of them. So I'll show you them. This is the one I wanted the most because I was like, I really want this one. Because I didn't know how many would be allowed, and they just like, yeah, just take them. So we had this one. And they're like really good quality, so like on poster board, obviously I did take it on the train so it's slightly damaged, but she's good. We can still display her. She's still really cute. And yeah, good quality. ITV's really like going there. And then another, like look at that. Isn't that just like beautiful? Like it's such a nice picture. And then last but not least, this one, like how nice are these? These are so nice. So yeah, I was just super excited about this. The fact I got to take these home as well. So, and I had to take these on the train, and I was just there like, people are gonna think I'm like really weird as I'm like carrying these like this, like round to Euston. But yeah, thank you so much for these, ITV. We love you. And yeah, again, I know I've said it like a million times, but thank you to all the team This Morning in ITV, and obviously Alison and Dermot and just everybody in the... Everyone I met was just so nice. So I'm just very appreciative of that. And also, I also want to say thank you for everyone for watching my TikToks and watching these videos, because like, if they weren't popular, I wouldn't have been on This Morning. So thank you so much, everybody who like watched this. Also, I've had so many comments from people saying that they got tickets and that like without my tips they like might not have been able to get tickets, and it's like, oh my gosh, I've like helped people. Like, I try not to think too deep about it because I'll cry, because like I'm a very emotional person, but like the fact that I kind of even just a teeny tiny bit contributed for them getting these tickets, and I know that they're gonna have like this amazing night, is just like very emotional. So try not to think about it, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like yeah. And the ones that make me smile the most are definitely when parents are like, oh, thank you so much for doing all this, because now I got like tickets for my kid. And that's just like the best thing ever, because it just reminds me so much of me and my mum, when I used to just be like, Mum, get these tickets for me, and I just didn't know how it works. Obviously I'd be at school, so she had to like do all that ticket sales, and she's always done such a good job with that. Like, I've been very lucky because obviously she's been to some really cool concerts. She's seen Elton John, Madonna, Michael Jackson. Like, she knows what she's doing with tickets. Even when ticket sales are like wild like this, she still knows what she's doing. She's honestly a master at ticket getting. So we love my mum. She is the reason I make all these videos, because she also very much enjoys watching them as well. And if you've commented something really nice, there is a 100% chance I've shown my mum, because like I just like show her them the really nice comments. She's like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Yeah, so thank you just for people being so nice online. Like, I can't believe there's so many comments on my videos. Like, I'm a little bit overwhelmed that people have been so nice. Thank you so much, and just thank you for watching this video as well. Like, if you watched about my This Morning, I should have got more videos and pictures and stuff, but I was just like, it was a lot in the moment, and I was like trying to focus on these Taylor Swift tickets and stuff. But I'm happy with what I've got, and I'm happy with the experience I've got and the memories I've got of it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about anything, like honestly, please put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Like, if you have any questions about This Morning, whatever, I'll try to answer them. Obviously, I just know from the one show I've been on, but yeah, it's been really nice, and I just feel very fortunate and lucky that they wanted to speak to me and they classed me as a Taylor Swift expert. So who would have thought the girl who was bullied for being the Taylor Swift girl at school is now bullied online for being the Taylor Swift expert on This Morning? Nah, nobody like bullied me online. Obviously I looked through the comments. I know everyone says not to, but like sometimes they give me a bit of a laugh. So I had a look, and you got the usual like obsessive fan, who cares, blah blah blah. I care. So yeah, yeah, just thanks everyone. This is honestly, I think I've just been saying for the past 10 minutes now, just thank you, but I really want to like stress that it means a lot to me, because obviously like when you're at high school and stuff, some people are mean about you liking Taylor Swift, and it's so nice now that people are actively coming to me for me to talk about Taylor Swift. Like, the fact people want me to talk about Taylor Swift is like, whoa. Like, because obviously in the past people were like, yeah, let's chill it on the Taylor Swift stuff, but now they're like, do it. So it's like, yay. And I think it just, yeah, full circle moment. So yeah, just thank you so much. Thank you for watching these videos. Again, thanks for blah blah blah. Thanks for the ITV team. I feel like I'm doing like an award. If I was ever to win like an Oscar, I don't know why I win an Oscar, because I can't act, but if I was ever to win an Oscar, I would definitely be that person who has to have the band coming on to shut them up, because I would just keep saying the same thing over and over. Yes. Anyway, we're going to end it there now, because I will just continue for hours and hours and no one needs to hear that. But yeah, that's just a little bit about my experience on This Morning. Hope you've liked this video, hope you've enjoyed some of the clips, and thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. That'd be super cool. And yeah, thank you so much for watching these videos, supporting them, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, anything like that. It's just been amazing. Good luck everybody with Taylor Swift tickets if you've got them or you're planning to get them, anything like that. Good luck with it. I'll try to answer some comments if anyone's got any. And yeah, thank you so much and have a great day.